Kevin the Apptrepreneur. I don't know how many people are actually going to show up to this live stream. It's about 10 p.m. Friday night. What's the date? The date is March the 15th. So this is kind of a follow-up video on what happened earlier today. I actually uploaded 2 videos about it. I filmed the video last night when it happened, uploaded it. Audio didn't work. Found that out later, so fun. Then I did another video, which was, I believe, a live stream to announce what was going on, and you know, there you have it. And that was that Spotify had copyright claimed my video talking about the Spotify and Hulu deal, which that's the kind of thing that definitely pisses people off. It pisses me off because it's like I had every right to make that video. The use is fair. If you know, getting copyright strikes is really not good. It messes with your monetization. It messes with the money you will make. And I was just unhappy. So I spent most of the day talking to lawyers, finding out what our options are. And as the day went on and as the lawyers did some digging, there were things that started coming up that did not add up. And as more and more things did not add up, then the situation got a little bit more unsettling. So my lawyer made an observation that maybe in my frustration I did not notice. But the email address, which was, you know, an email, you know, Spotify, brand protection, something like that, he pointed out it was from a Gmail account. And most companies don't have Gmail accounts. And they don't have Gmail accounts for a very good reason. Yes, it's free. But how does Gmail make their money? They scan your emails, they read it, and they sell that information to advertisers. If you were a company and you were using your email for secret memos, talking about products that have not been announced yet, maybe they will never be announced, and you just want to keep that, maybe you're just considering things. You probably don't want to be using an email service that's scanning that information and might sell it to your competitors. So that was something that my nose, I'm sorry. That was, now that's becoming like a new thing. Like my nose is itching. It doesn't itch throughout the day, only during videos now. And it's happening like once a video. Maybe that's a running gag now. But Spotify typically does not use Gmail. Well, at that point, we did more searching. Thankfully, my lawyer was able to contact Spotify and say that I need to talk to them. He talked to them first, and then I talked to them, and the people over at Spotify were pretty adamant that they didn't copyright strike my video. First of all, they confirmed that they don't use Gmail. Their email address is so-and-so@spotify.com. They have their own email address. So that's one thing. But also, they pointed out that they really were not interested in copyright flagging YouTube videos for the most part. They said in rare circumstances, they might copyright claim a video that's showing their software playing another musician's music. But for the most part, they don't really deal with the YouTube thing. It's up to the artists and their record labels to decide whether or not someone is infringing on copyright. So that kind of, I mean, I kind of wondered why Spotify would do that, and apparently, yeah, they kind of confirmed that it's not a priority for them. And finally, here's where it gets really creepy. My lawyer used some identity searching software that he has. He did, and he has so far not been able to find the person who is the owner of this Gmail address. But the one thing he's pointed out is that, and unfortunately, I might have been too quick to file, because I have always, just whenever there's a claim, I fight it right away, unless it seems pretty obvious that I'm not going to win. Then I just fight it. Well, of course I filed it, and this kind of taught me a lesson that maybe I shouldn't do that so quickly next time. The whole point of this might have been to get personal information. Now, thankfully, because you have to give like your address and your phone number and stuff when you fight back a false copyright claim or a copyright strike, not a claim. Claims, you don't have to give that information just yet. But they might have wanted that information for whatever reason, and we gave it to them, sort of. I mean, I use my PO address as the address, and the phone number I gave, I mean, yeah, it's mine, but it's a business phone number, so it's on my other phone, so they won't be. I mean, I don't think they can use it very well. But the longer this goes on, the more it's like, well, first of all, obviously I owe an apology to Spotify for, assuming that. But, I mean, it was copyright claimed in their name, and there was an email address that said Spotify brand protection, and I didn't see considering that, again, they struck it. They didn't claim it. They just struck the video. It seemed pretty legitimate. Or maybe the person who filed it doesn't want my information. Maybe they just wanted to hurt me. And why they did that on the channel that makes no money right now instead of the main channel, I don't know exactly. But maybe they just wanted to hurt. I mean, false copyright claim strikes are also common. I mean, you typically only get them from studios, though, because what you have to do to strike it is a lot more time consuming and a lot more expensive in some cases. So I had every reason to believe that it was Spotify who was flagging the video. And it turns out it wasn't. It just outright turns out it wasn't. So Steve, who, by the way, I've banned you because you were being an idiot. If you're watching this, see, I didn't do anything wrong. There was nothing wrong with the video. It was a false copyright claim. So I'll unblock you, but I think you owe me an apology for claiming that I didn't know what I was talking about. But that's me being a little spiteful. So what's next? Well, since I did contest it, whoever filed it now has 3 weeks to bring me to court. If they don't sue me officially, then basically the strike is removed, the video goes back up, and nothing happens as far as I know. Or they can sue me. At this point, we would know for sure who's suing me, but the lawyer's already planning a countersuit since the video was fair use and since whoever's doing it did not take fair use into account when, striking the video. But since it's looking more and more likely that this is someone who probably just wanted to hurt me, well, we don't expect it to even get that far, to be honest. And otherwise, it's just going to be a waste of time for everyone. And I guess we're going to find out how dedicated this person is because again, it's strange. It's really strange. It's really unsettling that someone out there might actually spend time and money just to hurt me. Like, just to try to hurt my livelihood because they dislike me that much. So, granted, the system has been abused before. Not Ubertubers, just YouTubers in general have talked about this in great detail. Heck, it even happened to Ninja fairly recently. Got a copyright claim, or copyright strike, I should say. Someone actually bothered to file the paperwork for him. Thankfully for Ninja, he's popular enough that he was able to get the CEOs and the COOs' attention on Twitter, and they removed it right away, which not all of us can afford to do that. Even if this happened on this channel, on my main channel, it would have gotten their attention. More than 10,000 subs. It's nice for me, but it's nothing for them. They want to give the attention to the people who have lots and lots and lots of money, or subs, I should say, like millions of subs. So they weren't interested in what I had to say. So yeah, I don't know where else to go with that. I told you all I'd keep you up to date with this. I'm kind of surprised it didn't cause more of a stir this morning. I'll delete another video about the destination filter because there's something else that's going on with the destination filter that, you know, give you a reason to come to the channel on Saturday. Who knows? But yeah, it's looking like I'm a victim of a false accusation, more or less. And of course, that stinks. And hopefully we can find out who owns that email account. Because there will be action taken once we find out who owns it, if we can find out. In the meantime, I guess we just got to wait this one out. Not much else we can do. Thankfully, again, channel doesn't make any money, so, you know, I'm still building it, but stinks nonetheless. So anyway, that's where we're going to end it. Thanks to everyone who watched, even though you didn't really comment. But for everyone else who is watching this after the fact, I'd love to know what you think about this. Have you had situations like this? What's your recommendations? Maybe you can give us like a little bit of a clue to how to find someone with an email address. I don't know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always,